you know how it is when you, as an artist, we feel like we said what we wanted to say. You know, like we feel like we let it all out, and sometimes we need to take a little breather after we do that. You know what I'm saying? So after the album was done, I was just chilling, but I was coming to the studio every day. I was just kind of like writing raps here and there. Nothing really was fulfilling. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was writing nothing bad or nothing. It just wasn't. I wasn't ready to move on to another
satisfy
album.
you.
Yeah. So which is cool. Yeah. It ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? So I started messing around with the beats. Now I originally told one of my people, I was like, man, I'm gonna just go get a drum machine, start messing with beats. We was kind of like just laughing about it. So I actually went and did it. So I called DJ Premier and was like, yo, I just got Ableton. I'm on your ass, nigga. I'm a producer now. You know what I'm saying? It's like he like, dog.
To DJ Premier, you say that?
Yeah, I was just messing with it, right? So he was like, why did you get Ableton? Take that back and get an MPC studio. So I was like, you make beats, so you know. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. I took that back, went and got the MPC studio. I sat on FaceTime with Preem for 2 hours. He showed me how to use it. He walked me through how to use it.
Right.
So I learned how to use the MPC. And then Mr. Porter, my brother Mr. Porter, came and showed me Logic. And once he showed me Logic, that's when I kind of fell in love with the process because I already knew Pro Tools.
Right.
And they look similar. So I just started messing with them, and I went down like what we call a rabbit hole, man. I just over and over again, just beat after beat after beat. Yeah.
Different ways.
Different samples and just going down rabbit holes on YouTube and just, tweaking
different
levels,
frequencies and all that shit. I get
plugins and stuff.
Attacks and decays and so on and so forth.
Same way we do with our vocals, you know. So I did that. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, I had a couple songs recorded, you know, shit that I wrote to, that I produced, and then it was like it turned into another one and another one. Next thing you know, I ended up with a whole album. So I did the whole album, and I was trying to do other things, and everything kept leading back to that. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a universe hippie, man. So like if things feel like they just keep falling into place or they keep going in that direction, then I'll just go with it. I won't, you know what I'm saying? I won't fight against it. I just go with it, even though I didn't necessarily have the confidence to say, yo, I'm gonna produce my own album this soon. But it happened that way. So
and so now, Book of Ryan was that album?
No, that's this album.
Okay, Allegory.
Yeah, yep.
Got you. So between Book of Ryan and Allegory, you took on the tall order of becoming a producer.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like.
And everything that you produce, you've learned between Book of Ryan and Allegory.
Yeah, but it wasn't even like right after. This was like within the last year. I haven't even been producing probably a year. Yeah. So
do you think that that production it made you more interested in making music again, as far as a lyricist? Like when you made your beats, the first one that you felt was fat, did you immediately come up with something to it first? Did you think, let me write to it, or let me get this to an artist?
You know what was happening, bro? Because it did give me a new inspiration to making music. I wasn't necessarily uninspired to make music per se. It was just one of those things where I needed to wait to see what was gonna make me jump, because I didn't. I told myself after I made Book of Ryan that I wasn't gonna do another album without knowing exactly what I'm doing. When I do my next album, I want to have all the producers in the same room. I want to know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sure.
I don't want to just start randomly cutting songs, because it's been 20 years, man. You know what I mean? So I kind of felt like that. So now initially when I start coming up with beats that I thought were cool, I couldn't write nothing to him. I don't know why. So I called Porter and was like, yo, man, you ever have a problem where you couldn't write? He's like, yo, you have to write to the skeletons. Trust me. Write to the skeletons. Write as soon as you got something down that's looping, drum-wise, start writing. And he was like, add to it later. And I did that. I started doing that. So I started coming up with songs, adding to them in Pro Tools. And after a while, it was just like I started being able to come up with shit to everything I made. You know what I mean? But you know, that's when I got a little bit more comfortable with the process. But I'm also one of those people, man. Like I'll sit and practice all day, like all day. I won't stop.
Practice what?
Practice making beats.
Okay.
Writing. You know what I mean? Like I got my own studio now, so I'll literally stay in the studio for weeks. I'm a practitioner. You know what I mean? I work like a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like I come in like a residency. Yeah. I got closets in my studio.
Right.
I got clothes hanging up. In case I got to catch a flight. It's like an apartment. You know what I mean? So I prefer to work that way because I can't. When I go home, I can't get in and out the door like that because I got daughters. You know, like so it's like I can't. I'd rather get them on FaceTime and shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know I definitely know the feeling. The hardest thing is, you know what I'm saying, leaving when your daughters don't want you to go.
Yes.
The sons, you know what I'm saying, it's all right. You'll be okay.
Yeah, because they don't care.
Yeah, you know, but your daughters is a different dynamic. So look, right, how many songs would you say you've produced now?
I produced, I got the track listing is 22 on my album, but that's also skits, small, quick verses, in and out, you know, because the album is kind of like in pieces.
Got you.
And it's like I've been saying, like if it was like a painting, this would be my album with the most small splashes of paint on it.
Right.
It's just real choppy. It's in different portions, and it's the continuity is there.
Is it abstract?
Yes, very.
So it's not a complete narrative like, say, the Book of Ryan.
Yeah, it's not a complete narrative, but there's so many different touches on what, you know what I'm saying, what's being discussed, that
a lot of shading and coloring.
If you listen to the whole thing, then you get the complete thought that's being presented to you.
Right.
But it's being presented to you in a way where it's ba 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 ba. There's not one song on there that's a conceptual song.
Right.
Everything is just in pieces.